Can you hear me? দেখি হ্যাঁ খুব অল্প ভাত আনছে চোখের সামনে দাঁড়ায় দাঁড়ায় মিথ্যা কথা কয় মহান কাম করেছে এটা কি হ্যাঁ কি মাছ আচ্ছা কি আন্না আনা Okay, as I was saying, fish frying, right? হ্যাঁ এটা ফালাও এগুলো ফালাও এই কালো ইয়েটা ফালাও হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে This should obviously be much This is problematic. My mother is feeding me because I have class right now. Anyways, so the reason why I wanted to come on stream is because this is a difficult conversation. This is something, the thing that we're talking about right now is somewhat critical, so to speak. So, the criticism that you're using, you need to understand what is the initial criticism that you would usually be using against him for this. You're saying that you're letting him influence your thoughts, yeah? That's your retort, your criticism, yeah? But think. No. Think about what your initial criticism of him is. Your initial criticism is letting him influence your thoughts isn't letting someone else influence your thoughts isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, that's your initial criticism. And then you're using the criticism of, but aren't you influencing my thoughts with what you're saying as well? That's your like other criticism, but that's low. That limits conversation. You're saying something that literally anybody could say, but no one will, because it is something anybody can say, you know? You're thinking it's something most people would not say, but that's because they refuse to, because this is such an easy retort. It's something that the author has opened himself up to words. You get what I mean? And in an argument, saying something like this is just buying time in a really scummy way. পরে মুছতেছি, রাখো তুমি। ভালো হয়েছে, আমি পরে মুছতেছি, তুমি ধরো না। It's like he can definitely think back on his entire argument, on everything that he said, and he'd have to go backwards in his thought process to figure out what his retort to what you said is in the first place. So. Like, let me think on what his retort could be. Off the top of my head, I can immediately say something along the lines of, but how would I get my point across? How would I make people stop having their thoughts unnecessarily getting influenced without influencing their thoughts in the first place? Yeah, that would be his first argument. Off the top of my head, his immediate argument that sometimes influencing someone else's thoughts is necessary. Yeah, you get what I mean? But you see, when he says that, he has to go 2 steps backwards, 3 steps backwards in his thought process, and that's just, you're just stalling him for no reason whatsoever, and it's a detriment to both you and him and the conversation. Like, you're hurting every single party involved. Have I explained myself? Now, would you like to listen to Morning Glory right now? Because that's what I'm about to do. Or do I end the stream? Do I start Morning Glory or do I end the stream? All right.